Hello, it's Ryan from 2minutetennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to show you a very specific footwork you need to use when you are going forward to the net. Whether it's doubles or singles, you are going to hit better volleys, you're going to cover more lobs, and you're going to win more matches. Let's get right to it. This is Stanford at the bottom in the black shirt, playing against UC Berkeley, Cal at the top in the white. So let's just watch this point. And not even the whole point. We're just going to watch the first couple shots. But I want you to watch the Stanford player in the black going forward and the specific movement he uses with his feet. Now this point goes on for a little bit, but I want you to watch this. He hits the ball into the corner, feels like he gets his opponent in trouble, which I've made many videos on this topic. If you feel like your opponent's going to be struggling to get to that ball, you need to move forward. You need to close in, reduce the time they have to react possibly to your shot, and then you take a stranglehold on the point. But I want you to watch, if we zoom in here, watch his feet. So he's running forward, and he makes a split step. A split step is when your feet split apart just after the opponent hits. Now, this is really important because it's not just about what you should do, it's about when you should do it. Many players, and I've heard coaches talk about when you split step, you should be doing it as the opponent strikes the ball, that your feet should split apart as the opponent hits the ball. But we can see the opponent hitting the ball now. So the ball's already off his racket at this point, and the split step still hasn't occurred. The split step should occur just after your opponent hits. So film yourself and see if you're doing this and see if you can work on timing it. And the reason is because it synchronizes your feet hitting the ground with your brain and your reaction time reacting to where the ball goes. And when you synchronize your feet and your reaction time, it makes you quicker when you split step to get out of the split step and then move explosively to track down the ball. Now, this is a common situation where doubles and singles recreational players get in trouble because they are usually in this situation not split stepping. So if you're someone who goes to the net and is tired of balls at your feet, tired of getting past, tired of lobs going in over your head, watch his feet. You have to split step. You split your feet apart or just after, right? You actually want to be in the air, kind of. You want to think of it that way. Be in the air as your opponent hits and then land just after they hit. And you'll notice that allows him to move backward to get to this lob. Watch how he moves back to get this lob. If he did what most recreational players do and what I used to do before I was trained to split step, most recreational players just keep moving forward. They just keep moving in and running in. And if you're running forward as your opponent's striking the ball and you don't split step, a lob is going to easily go in over your head. Let's watch this next point and you'll see a different scenario, but the same split step. So this time, the player in white decides not to lob, but gives the Stanford player, the player in black, the volley. So here, the Stanford player is coming forward. Watch his feet. He's running forward, and just after the UC Berkeley player hits, the Stanford player splits the feet apart. You have to put your legs in this situation. It allows you to go in any direction. You are well balanced. You're landing on the front half of your feet. Film yourself. Practice this. Just simply drop hit balls from the baseline. You can do this by yourself. Just drop hit a backhand, run forward, and then split step. You'll notice his split step is behind the service line. A split step isn't a where, it's a when. It's not like, oh, I got to get all the way up to the net by the time the opponent hits the ball. That's not how it works. You need to split step as your opponent hits, even if it means you are behind the behind the service line as you are split stepping. He split steps, he moves over and volleys. Now, he volleys into the open court, so he's got a quick scramble over to try to get over and cover, the down the line, or still kind of cover the cross court. So I would have in that situation hit more down the line. But the idea is simple. The Stanford player, look at the split step. Most, and I'm going to say 95% of amateur players do not have this clean split step. Again, he could go back if it's a lob. He could move this way. He could move this way. You can move in any direction when you split step. So this is a key idea for helping you win more points at the net. And now here's the last example I'm going to show you of a fantastic split step helping this Stanford player win the point.
30 low.
All right, this is so clean. He gets his opponent in trouble. He's moving forward. Now remember, he needs to split his feet apart just after the opponent strikes the ball. And you'll see exactly that. There are his feet splitting apart. That's why it's called a split step. Your feet split apart just after the opponent makes contact with the ball. Now, we've already seen him track down a lob. And we've seen him move sharp to his right. And now he's going to move sharply to his left. Look at this. He moves sharply to his left, perfectly on balance. Perfectly on balance. And then volleys into the open court. This is kind of like hitting the brakes when you're wanting to make a sharp turn in your car. We've all gone a little too fast, right? Around a corner. And we're like, oh man, I should have gone a little slower. The split step is part braking mechanism. It helps you tap the brakes. You don't want to take a curved line to run down a ball. You want to get where you are and then go in a straight line to where the ball is and where you need to be. And that's what you see here. He runs forward, split step, and immediately changes direction beautifully and on balance to get this volley and hit into the open court. So work on this. If you learn to split step just after your opponent hits as you're coming forward, you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.